What is going on? This perspective of Uncommon Common Man. Hope you all woke up on the right side of the bed. And if you woke up on the left, hope you still woke up right. Is 2020 really a bad year? Now, that is based on your perspective. Let me speak on mine. From my perspective, 2020 has not been a bad year. It's been a year that my marriage has become better. It's been repaired from previous years. My family has become better. My family has become more creative, more thoughtful, more caring, more empathetic, more visual, more observant, more spiritual. So, from my perspective, 2020 has not been a bad year. And so I use that to actually lead to this perspective and outlook on the year. How have you made it better? How have you made it better? How have you taken what this year has provided? And I'm not saying it's absolutely perfect, but what have you done to make the best out of it? I've been blessed to be able to work from home. And that has allowed me to be closer to my family, see the things that need to actually be worked on, recognize it. My kids are able to go to school from home. It has benefited my family in so many ways. And I know not everyone agrees with that. I know everyone have their own different opinions about how 2020 is, their own struggles with 2020. It is not as easy for other people. And I'm not saying it's been easy for me. I am saying that I had difficult years prior to 2020. From 2017 to 2019 wasn't the best years of my entire life. It was trivial years. It was years filled with trials. It was years filled with tests. However, do I feel that 2020 have anything to compare to those years? Absolutely not. Matter of fact, 2020 is the beginning of the future from what I have put in the past. So my perspective of 2020 is totally different, and I will hope that anyone else, your perspective is better. And I know people is going through difficult times, and I'm not saying that I haven't had times that's difficult during this year. Let's not get that twisted. I have made the best out of it because that is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to make the best out of it. You're supposed to stay encouraged. You're supposed to encourage the person next to you. You're supposed to not only be the enforcer and the protector for your family, but you're supposed to be the inspiration and motivation for your family as well. And I ensure that that starts, ends with me. So when I talk about 2020, I don't talk about 2020 and it being a bad year. I know from my perspective, I put in the work from what the previous years taught me, what the previous years has installed in me to make 2020 worth something, and it has. And going into 2021, I am going to only build on that. But what have you done? Have you been sitting around thinking that 2020 is a bad year, I'll start again in 2021, or have you made the best out of this year? And that's a real question because it's not like you're out of time, but you're running out of it. And 2020 will not last forever. So you have to make the best out of it. From my perspective, 2020 has been a year that I've learned more about my family. I have learned more about my marriage. I've learned more about myself. And it's made me a better man from it without a doubt. But I'm talking to you. Have you had the benefits of 2020? If not, what do you or where do you see yourself in 2021? When we have this conversation again, do you see that you have the capabilities of improving your status, your family status? And if you don't have a family, just once again, just yours, to reiterate. Because if you don't do good, it doesn't matter about anything else. But are you or have you put yourself in a position to be better going forward. That has nothing to do with the president. That has nothing to do with the year. That has nothing to do with the neighborhood. That have everything to do with you as an individual. Can you truly invoke yourself to surpass and elevate to the levels that's required for what you desire out of life? Has 2020 really been a bad year? Or has your perspective and the effort been bad? With that being said, embrace the journey, embrace your today and your tomorrow. Let's go. Check, check.